So I have finished this bobbin, the first bobbin. It's so pretty. It's so different looking. I have no idea how this yarn is gonna turn out. I'm so excited to see what it's gonna look like. So I'm gonna start on the second half of the roving here. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna split this and prepare it just like I did to the first half. And if you didn't see me do the first half, I will link the video in the corner somewhere and you can go watch that if you would like to. And then I'm gonna get to spinning the second bobbin. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna watch some YouTube because I have not watched YouTube since before I moved. So I have so much to catch up on. So I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna spin and I'm gonna have a great time. All right, I did some spinning this morning. Here is how it's looking. So pretty. I have 1.5 more tubs or so. I also did some organizing last night. I set up this little area. I put my floss over here, and let me tell you, I am running out of drawer space. Here is one drawer. Here is another one. They're both pretty full. I have so much floss that isn't in there, and I need to purchase another drawer, but I went onto the DMC website today and they only had this whole thing for sale, and I thought you could buy the drawers individually so you can like stack them up, but I can't find that option. Currently, we're not gonna talk about how much floss is in here. This is just a lot of extra that I already have on bobbins. So that is my problem with this right here. I'm gonna have to find some kind of solution. I don't know. Now, this area over here still needs to be organized. The DMC floss holder was right here, but I figured if I was gonna add to it, I can't keep it there. That's why I moved it. And it is just a whole mess of things. I have a lot of fiber up here, but I kind of want to move the fiber down a little bit so I could look through it a little bit easier. Maybe I can move this yarn up, something like that. So I'm still working on this area. It's just a work in progress. And then there's this area. It's really not too bad. I have this extra lamp right here, and I think I want to put it in the corner maybe, just for some extra light since it is a little dark over there, but it seems to be coming together over here. It's just a little disorganized a bit, or at least on this shelf area, but I'll take care of that soon, I think. The kitchen is not looking too bad. Oh my gosh, I cleared off the entire island. I can now cook. I put things away in drawers, like utensils and all that. So this area is pretty much done. The living room is looking nice. It's like pretty much organized. I have a few shelves that I need to hang up, and I also need to hang up some shelves above the fireplace, but it is looking nice, I would say. So far. Still working on this set of shelves. I still need to hang up my spice racks. I don't know where to put them. Well, I know where to put the one over here on the side, but this white one, I have a feeling I'm not gonna be able to hang it up anywhere because there's no room. I might use it for crafts. I'm not really sure, but a lot of the disorganization on this shelf is from this white shelf. So I gotta figure this out. But for the most part, it's semi there. And then there's this area. This is like my office area, like where I'm doing computer work. It's not organized at all. Actually, that is on my list of things to do today. So I'm gonna be working on that sometime today. It's almost there. So I'm feeling pretty good about the apartment right now. All my plants are starting to look a little bit happier. Some of them are really, really sad, but we are finding the balance with watering and the sun and all of that stuff. So plants are doing well. They're kind of just all over the place. Eventually I'll find their permanent spot, but right now, at least they have a spot to sit on. So that's good. Hello everyone. I am at a shop called The Stitching Shop and I have no idea where I am in Denver. It looks very industrial. I've never been to this area before ever, but I saw it on the map and I was like, maybe I should go try it out. So I'm gonna go in there and see what they have. Hopefully some cross stitch stuff. I'm hoping it's not all needlepoint or all embroidery. So yeah, I'm excited to go in. Let's go see what they have. And then after this, I'm gonna go to a fiber store, my normal one, and see what they have. And then I think I wanna go to one more shop after this. Yeah, so doing a little shopping today, but I just am exploring mostly, going to a couple places I've never been and seeing what they have. So let's go in. Alrighty, so I am back from shopping. I did get two things at the cross stitch shop, which I really liked the shop. It was amazing, except it was so difficult to find patterns that I liked. They were all organized by designers, and I know some designers, but I don't know a ton of designers. So it was difficult looking through all those black bins, trying to find a pattern that I liked. A lot of them are holiday themed, religious themed, or America themed. And I'm just not looking for that. Of course, there's like a ton of samplers and like really old looking patterns, and I guess I'm looking for something a little bit more modern and fun. I don't really know. I don't know what my cross stitch taste is, but I found two things that I liked, so I'm gonna show you those now. So these are both by the Blue Flower, and I did a blue flower pattern. I think it was like my second one, and it's of a pigeon looking into a puddle. So beautiful. I love that one a lot. So I knew that I would like these patterns, or at least some of them looked good, that I liked them enough to buy them. So I'll show you the first one. It's called Summer Squirrel, and it is a squirrel riding like a bike with a thing in the front with another squirrel in front of it. So cute. I love it. I love the purples. It's just kind of funny, and I don't know, I liked it a lot. So I got this one, and I also got this one. I don't really know how big this is gonna be. This one is called Tudor Ermine, which I think is like a ferret or a weasel of some sort. And I think it's in the style from like the Tudor period, maybe. That's what I'm understanding this pattern as. It's so, so cute. I love the berries and the little mushroom up here. I'm not entirely sure how large it's gonna be. It's on a pillow, so I'm like, is that a big pillow or what is that? So I don't know, but should be fun. So cute. I'm very excited to start this one. And then I was gonna go to Blazing Star Ranch, which is one of my favorite yarn stores, but I was afraid they weren't gonna have anything new. So I decided to go to a new yarn store called Piney Creek Yarn. It was so cute. There was the sweetest old lady ever working in there, and I was greeted by a dog as soon as I walked in, and they had like a little spinning section. So I did find some fiber that I liked, just two of them. I'll show you this one first. This is from Greenwood, which I've spun before, and it is 80% blue-faced Leicester and 20% nylon. And the colorway is Sandpiper, blue and brown, which if you've been watching me for a while, you know that I love a good blue and brown situation. Both of these are actually kind of similar that I got, but it's okay. It's a beautiful shade of blue, almost indigo, purpley, and some browns, tans, whites in there. So pretty. And then this one is so beautiful. I'm gonna have to look up a sheep, hold on. So it says that it's 50% alpaca and 50% CVM, which is a Rommeldale, a rare dual-purpose American sheep breed developed in California from Romney and Rambouillet crosses. So CVM is California Variegated Mutant. Right, okay, so that's what that stands for. I'm gonna have to look more into that. It just sounds very strange. It is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love it. Again, it's like a little bit of an indigo color, like an inky blue, purple, and this strange yellow, brownish, greenish, maybe it's like a green yellow color. I don't know how to even describe it, but it's so beautiful. It's so fluffy. It's so soft. Oh my gosh. They only had 2 of these. I think this is from the Natural Twist. They had like a pinky one and then they had this color. It also says, and this is really interesting, I have no idea what this means, but it says carded sliver is directional. Spinning from one end drafts differently than from the other end. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna have to Google that and figure out what that means, because what does that mean? I guess I just have no clue. So I'm gonna have to figure that out before I use this, but that's so interesting and new to me. So something to learn. Wow, it's so soft. So I'm so excited to spin with this eventually. And I'm also so excited to finish this yarn that I'm working on, which I'm actually gonna work on right now and try to get it done. I think I'm gonna sit and just try to get it done. So let's do that.